Hi, welcome to video number 5 of the third series of Mumbai Marathon. So we are talking about cramps. Calf cramps generally are quite common in runners, and especially I find that on a big race day the cramps will hit more than they have in training. For whatever reason, either because of anxiety or because the pacing technique, whatever it is, something goes wrong and a cramp hits. So let's see what to do about it. I'm Dr. Rajani Patil. I'm a spine and sports physiotherapist. I'm a founder of Orthosports Physiotherapy, and I've been practicing for 22 years. My clinic is in Shivaji Park, Mumbai. So cramps are a little bit misunderstood in runners. There's a lot of new research that has also come that says that not just dehydration, like a lot of us used to think, not just dehydration is the primary cause for cramp. Calf cramps are more common. You can get other areas also. Lower back can cramp up. Sometimes hamstrings can cramp, or the thigh muscle, the quadricep muscle can cramp up. But calf cramps are majorly very common, especially on a major race day. So what does research tell us? There are major reasons why this happens. Reason number 1 is your pacing technique. So what happens on race day is that the starting part of the run, you try to push yourself because you want to be ahead of the game. But this research has shown that for marathoners, what you want to do is basically you want to run how you have trained yourself in the beginning part. Don't push yourself in the first half of the race. And then if you need to catch up, you can do that. But initially, if you start to run faster than what you have planned for, this is an ideal situation of when a cramp will hit you. Another reason for cramp obviously is dehydration, but it's also to do with electrolyte imbalance. Now, what does an electrolyte imbalance means? It means that your carbohydrates, sodium, potassium, these electrolytes have gone in an imbalance. They are not how they're supposed to be, and hence the cramp will come. And dehydration makes us think of drinking water. So just drinking water may sometimes not be enough. You might need to substitute with sports drinks or whatever the drinks that you have planned leading up to the race. Nothing new, please, especially on race day. If you see something and you feel like you are depleted and you want something, try not to do that. You want to stick to what you have trained with. Another big thing to watch out for is that you don't want to wait till your electrolytes are depleted during the marathon and then to find water or find a sports drink and have it. Okay, you want to make sure that you preempt it. What does preempt mean? It means that the week before the race you've started to hydrate yourself better. In the start before the race or in the first half of the race, you are drinking small sips of water, small sips of electrolytes to make sure that the cramp doesn't hit. The cramp, if it hits, it's going to hit in the second half of the marathon. The third reason for a calf cramp is the imbalance between your nervous system and the muscle fatigue. So muscle fatigue basically means that your muscle has now worked enough and it's going into tiredness or fatigue. When this fatigue hits, it basically sends a signal to the nervous system that I'm done, and now the cramp happens. Okay, now and then the nervous system is not able to register this and the cramp remains, which means that the muscle contracts and it stays contracted. It's unable to let go, it's unable to relax. And this is a reason why it can happen in the second half of the race when muscle fatigue hits. So what should you do about it? What you want to do is you want to make sure that you don't allow for that fatigue to happen. How will you do that? That depends on your pacing technique. So you don't want to speed up too fast. You want to do what you did in training, and you want to follow the guidelines that you have prepared for yourself during the training. So what is the solution? The solution to make sure that the cramp does not hit is to make sure that 1, you hydrate yourself throughout the week before. Drink more before the marathon, drink in the first half of the marathon instead of waiting for the end. Your pacing technique should be good. You don't want to overspeed. You don't want to, the first half of the marathon, you should not be trying to push yourself. If you push yourself, you want to do it in the second half. And you want to make sure that your calf muscles are nice and supple before the race. This goes back to the week before. You should be foam rolling your calf. You should be stretching your calf muscles, keeping them prepped. Make sure your warm-up also includes some things for calf as you have planned for during your training. So if you take care of these major factors, then the cramp is not going to hit you. Okay, so but there are certain people who are definitely more prone to muscle cramps, and there are certain people who are just not. If you are one of those who is prone to calf cramping fairly frequently, even during your training or from race to race, you know that you cramp, please make sure that you follow these guidelines to the T so that you don't get it and it doesn't derail your marathon. If you're one of those that you don't typically get calf cramp, however you're a little bit anxious about it, then just foam roll, just drink water, drink electrolytes, make sure that you are doing everything that you are making sure that the cramp doesn't hit you. I hope this was helpful. Now for a specific technique, how to do calf rolling, trigger point release and stretching, I will put the video here and I'll put it down in the description. Watch that video, do that particular exercise, so the foam rolling, stretching, trigger point release, do that every single day now leading up to the race. Maybe even do it just before the marathon, before you even head out for the race. So keep watching. I will see you in the next video and don't forget to subscribe.